Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to Star Technology. Now, I've been really busy between episodes because I've just caught up on my backlog of editing. I've basically just been recording because I've been finding it really, really fun. And I've finally got to the point now where I don't have anything else to edit. So, yeah, I've got like 4 in the backlog right now. So I apologize if I haven't seen any of your comments yet. One of the things that I did see recently is someone mentioned my favorite mods in this pack, and I didn't realize it. So, I've kind of used modular routers everywhere I can find. Now, I was going to do like, oh, guess what my favorite mod is, and put it in the comments below and all of that. But it really annoys me when other people do that, so I'm not going to do that right there. So yeah, I got some modular routers. These things are insanely good. They're wireless items, basically. Really good for logistics. So, you know these pipes and everything? We can stop using them now because we don't need to because we've got modular routers. So good. Now, what I've got here is I've got a puller module Mark II. All that's doing, as you can see, with the like lines and everything, it's pulling a stack, because I've got these stack upgrades right here, into the buffer of this modular router. And then it's using a distributor module, which, if I do this, you can see it's distributing to this LV input and this LV input, meaning that it's just putting in there whatever's in its buffer. So there's 2 operations happening right here. We've got a puller module, which is pulling, which I can show you actually over there, pulling from this drawer. The way that you do this, by the way, is you shift and right click. So yeah, and you do that on wherever you want it to pull from. So that's going to pull from over there. It's going to pull some dust into the buffer right here. There's only a 1 space buffer right here. But if you do modular routers enough, you'll realize that a 1 space buffer is enough. Because if you need a bigger buffer than that, you just put a drawer or a chest in between 2 routers. So you just split it up into 2 routers. But in this case, I'm literally just saying, go grab me some dust, stick it in this modular router buffer. With this one right here, the puller. The distributor module right there is saying, now that you've got something in the buffer, send it directly into these 2 right here, which is what it just did. Now, on this side over here, I'm actually using 2 distributor modules. Distributor module, by the way, can do multiple things at once, so it can do that one and that one. If we were to use one of these things, a sender module, it could only send it into 1 thing. Like the puller module right there can only pull from 1 thing. So the distributor module in this one, I mean, is sending anything that's in the buffer into these 4 drawers right here. So if I pull this one out, there you go, you can see that it's like blinked. That's what I call it, by the way, blinked, because it makes that bling sound. I don't know what to call it, so I've always just called it a blink in it. Anyway, yeah, so that is anything that lands in this buffer is being sent to here, 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 and here. If it can be, right? So if it tries it and it's like, oh, I'm going to pull it from, I'm going to send it from here into here. And it's not one of these 4 things. It'll be like, oh, well, I can't do that. So I'll try it on this one. Oh, I can't do that one. So I'll try it on this one. Can't do that one. Let's say it's like copper, for example. If I put that one in like that, it will send it directly over there, which is really good. And what that's doing right there is it's pulling all of those things out of here and putting into here. Really good. Anyway, yeah, that's a little basics right there. I mean, the one really good thing that it took me ages to find out, and it was actually missing part that showed me this way back in the day, back in all the mods 8 sort of era, was there's a transfer into the router module thing, meaning that you can use this as a puller module. So what this one here is doing, as you can see right here, is it's pulling from these 2. And it's pulling into the buffer. And then the other distributor module is sending into these things right here. So it's basically pulling from this, sending into here. What it's doing right there. Now, I have changed a load of stuff up. For example, the chest is now in the middle. I moved it over. That did take me a little while, to be fair. That's another thing that I did, is I moved these over, and I've now got like a little create area, which is going to be making me some blackstone right there. And there is a... I think I'm using a pipe under here. I don't want it to... Oh, I knew that would happen. I'm using a pipe under here to, like, pull from this. Put in the black stone right here. So if I get a stack out of there, these should be going down and filling this one back up, which it is. Let's get that slab back so I don't have to... There you go. If I'm honest, we could just throw this away because we don't need it. I should probably set another crushing wheel up for that over there. So yeah, over here, this is a haunting fan right there. So soulfire. And it's just fanning it over here. And then we've got my cobble generation right there. I've got another cobble generation right here, which is putting onto the depot. And then because the fan is right there, the fan is blowing over that and haunting whatever's on the depot. Which is why I'm making blackstone. Anyway, I thought that was a neat little thing that I did right there. Over in this direction, though, I've redesigned this thing so it's more streamlined. And I'm using another modular router with a dropper module, which literally just, when you put something in here, it'll drop it. And it's quite accurate as well. It will drop it directly down most of the time, which you don't get with droppers. Sometimes they drop to the side a little bit, and it's a bit annoying like that. But yeah, basically this, I've been using this over here to make myself a bunch more raw iron, so I can make loads more. Am I literally done over here? Why are you not working? There we go. Right, a couple of copper upgrades. I can pop those in there. That's really good right there. I might need to do something about the tiny piles of ashes. Sometimes it puts the steel in the bottom one, and sometimes it puts it in the top one. It's so annoying right there. I might swap this out for an LV, and that way they'll all go into the same one. I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to leave it. But yeah, I've got a modular router right here, which is pulling charcoal from the system. It's actually pulling it from the inventory connector, which is super nice. Because that means it's getting it from this chest. There's a load of stuff in this chest. Obviously, I've moved everything over as well. But yeah, that's pulling charcoal. Now, it doesn't have a sender module because it doesn't need one, right? This thing will pull from any inventory to the side of it. And there is a buffer, so it's pulling from that inventory. So pulling from here. Yeah, I've been slowly getting more and more raw iron just on the smelt, as it were. I've been told that I should be using blocks of charcoal, but I'm just going to use charcoal because it makes more sense to me at this point. Anyway, yeah. This one right over here is also going to be using some charcoal. Now, it's not against one of these LV inputs. So, it's got a sender. So, it's going to send up into there. And this one actually has some range upgrades because it's a little bit too far away from the inventory connector over there. Same with this one. It's a little bit too far away. So, it's got, I think it's in this one right here. Yeah, it's got some range upgrades. Now, this one's got stack upgrades, so it's going to pull a stack at a time. That's really useful because we don't have speed upgrades. I think I've got it right there, look. Blaze rods. Don't have blaze rods. And we actually don't have gunpowder either. Thinking about it. Saltpeter, sulfur, and some charcoal dust. And we can get some. Cool. Okay. So eventually we might actually have an automation set up so we can make some speed modules. Absolutely love modular routers. It's literally my favorite mod of all time. Made by the same people that make Pneumaticraft, which is funny because I'm not a massive fan of Pneumaticraft, if I'm honest, but yeah. This one right here is literally just pulling directly from the LV output bus right there, and it is sending into the system. And I put muffler upgrades on these. Now, what the muffler upgrade does is if you put one in there, in fact, we could probably have a look. If you only have one, I can't remember what it does. I remember one of... Okay, if you only have one, it still does the beam. I think if you have two, it doesn't do the beam, but it lights up the router. And if you put 3 in there, it doesn't light the router up when it's being used. Something like that. I can't remember now. But anyway, yeah, I've got some muffler upgrades on the ones over here. And I've got one here as well, which is putting wood into our coke oven. Which is just chugging away. It's been brilliant, to be fair. So yeah, there we go. I think that's almost everything I did between episodes. Obviously, I tidied up a load underneath, and we've now got this over here, which is making us a bunch of stuff. Oh, these are running at full power, obviously, because I've been using this right here, the rotational speed controller. This thing is not running at full power because it doesn't need to. This could literally be running at 1 SU. And it will still do this block, and this block. And that's all you need. And it doesn't speed it up the faster that you spin the fan. Sounds a bit counterintuitive. All it does is it makes the like stream go even further. So if you've got that max speed, it will just go like all the way over here with the stream. Whereas if it's on 1, it will literally just go to here. And you can still smelt everything and it'll be the same time. So I learned that. I think all the mods 9 to the skies. Someone told me about that. So yeah, there we go. Can't think what else I did between episodes, if I'm honest. Maybe I smelted up a few bits and bobs. Did I talk about this yet? Oh, I didn't actually, did I? No. Yeah, we've got ourselves Certus Quartz now. So I can actually go and take that quest. Even though I've now figured out that you don't actually start with applied energistics until a lot later on, because you need to get hot silicon and use the, well, use silicon ingots for all of your silicon in the pack, which is insane. That is what we're going to try and do today, though. We're probably not going to get to that point. I feel like I just spent like ages explaining what I did between episodes. I've been editing a bunch of stuff together, and in the meantime, I've just been like tidying on this this save. So because of that, like, yeah, I've just been busy basically. So we're going to make the electric blast furnace. We're going to try and get like all of this stuff down here, and ideally we get to Canthal. I think we need Canthal to get some hot silicon because it's MV. Canthal, yeah, so it won't work with the original one that we're going to have to do, which is, if we have a look right here, uses Cooper nickel. So electric blast furnace, we need some Cooper nickel coils, which we already know how to make because this one's got a Cooper nickel coil right in the middle there. So that one should be fine. What else do we need for this? We need maintenance hatch. We need like all of this sort of stuff. I might actually make a bunch of this off camera. I'll do the first few like on camera maybe, but might do it a bunch off camera. I've been getting some really good ideas. So one thing I got from you guys was I probably could have moved this over and shared the wall right here, because if you look at this right here is the same as this right here. So all I could have done is just remove this one and then move this over so it's connected. I'm not going to do it now because they're already set up and I can't be bothered, if I'm honest, to move everything. But that would have been a fantastic idea. I forgot you could do that. Even though I did it a ton in All the Mods 10 with Modern Industrialization, which is very similar, in my opinion, to Greg. So yeah, what we're going to do is an EBF today, hopefully. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to that point. We should be able to. It doesn't look that bad, does it? Heat proof. So a lot of invar. How many invar have we got? We've got 200. Like, I've already probably gone ahead a little bit and made a little bit of invar. So what is it to make the heat proof? A load of good old rods. And how much? Actually, I think it'll be in the quest. Quest is the best way to look at it. So you need 9, 10, because this one needs one as well. Right, we should be able to... Why have I only got... No idea. Anyway, let's try and make ourselves a bunch of this now. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I hate when it does that. Right, let's try that again. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. That's exactly what we needed. Excellent. Why is that not okay? Tin cable? Tin cable. No, I'm fine on that one. Furnaces. 1, 2, 3. Electric blast furnace. Hey, it says task complete. It's not though, right? Yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff to do right here. So, the 16 Cooper nickel coils, we could do that. So, Cooper nickel coils, that is 2 Cooper nickel times 2 wire, which is fine. And we need some bronze foil with some liquid tin alloy. So let's bookmark all of that stuff. Now, that does mean that I should probably remove... We should probably use all of the rubber up that we've got. Okay, I'm going to make a bunch of tin because we need that. Tin. That one in. Yeah. I'm going to let this do its thing. In the meantime, I guess I could be making some Cooper nickel. Which, if I'm not mistaken, comes from alloy smelter, copper and nickel. Lovely. So, copper. We don't need a massive amount of this, so I'm just going to maybe do 16 and 16. That's in bar. Zinc. Where is my nickel? Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Oh, I know what I could do. I could actually tell this to output to the front. Yeah, there we go. So now I can do that. And it should go into this chest right here. Pretty cool. And it's done. And there they are. Lovely. Now the wire mill, which is actually in use already, so I can't really use it. But this thing, I can actually change it so it makes ×2 cable. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it do ×1 cable because I don't want to accidentally forget and not turn it back, if you know what I mean. So, and then in the meantime, we can be using up all of our liquid rubber that we've got on these tin wires, which I'm absolutely fine with because, yeah, we need a lot of the like tin wires to be tin cable instead. We're going to leave that. Lovely. Right. Now all we need to do is convert that. Oh, in the meantime, bronze, which we've got a bunch of right there. So we need 8 foil. So how do we make foil? Bronze foil is bender on the option 10. So if we change that to option 10 right there, stick one of those in. Is it 4 that you get? I think it's 4. Okay, so that's like... So you need 2 of them for each coil, basically. And how many coils do we need? Mr. Quest, we need 16. So we need half a stack. And we didn't have half a stack to begin with. That's so annoying. So we need 30. So we need 4 more bronze. Which is... Let's get a bunch more bronze. Let's do... Yeah. That much? Yeah, there you go. Lovely. So that is going to be turned into wire eventually. This one right here is going to give us some more bronze. There you go. I think that's actually perfect right there. Stick that one in. And we need to make tin alloy as well. And it looks like it's a single ingot of tin alloy per, which means 16 tin alloys. Which is 8 and 8. I'm doing all of this off my own head right here, so some of these might be wrong. Fingers crossed they're not. Right, finally got the Cooper nickel on the go right there, so let's pop those over there. Now, in the meantime, what I can do is use the extractor on the tin alloy, which, again, that was easy enough. Tin and iron together. That's going to go in here. I'm going to put in my bronze foil. And then we are going to take some of this. Tell you what, let's get 16. Pop those in like that. Fingers crossed we've got enough right there. That's going to make us 1 coil from what I can understand right there. Good stuff. And we just need, what was it, 16 of these? It's not going to be too bad, is it? Right, that should be... Oh, I made an extra one by accident, and I made a bunch more Cooper nickel than I needed, but still, there we go. That is part of the quest right there. Good stuff. Right, now is the time. We need 2 LV energy hatches, so it wants us to go straight for MV, which is kind of interesting. I am going to get rid of all of the stuff I don't need right there, so, oh yeah, the chemical reactor as well. I'll just stick it up there for now, just in case we need it. So, 2 of these. Should I do that first? Might as well, right? I think I already made a bunch of LV. Oh, I've got 1. That's the dynamo. Oh, I tried this out, by the way. it doesn't work for what I thought it did. Now, I tried to use it over here. And it just doesn't let this form. So, I don't know if... can we use it on this, maybe? Who knows? Anyway, I'm not going to use it this time. LV machine hull. So, we can turn both of these into these right here. So, that is... we need some fine steel wire. So, let's take some steel that we've got right here. If we put one of these in, is it that you put it in again and then you get steel wire? I always forget how this works. Yes. Cool. Okay, so I think it's 2 steel basically per. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. If we grab the fine wire and we pop it in like this, it should get us everything we need. Yeah, tin cable, easy enough. So that'll be another one knocked off the list. Then we're going to need an LV input, LV output. That's the input hatch. Technically, we don't need the input hatch for a few of the recipes. I know we do need it for a couple, but... I mean, we'll do it because quest, but still. We don't need that for some of the recipes. Let's get this one done first, though. So, let's do this. There's 2. Quest, love it. But yeah, that might sound a little bit counterintuitive right there, that like we don't need this one even though it says we do. But if I have a look at the electric blast furnace, we have a look at some of the recipes right there. So this one right here does need it, but that one right there doesn't need a hatch because obviously it's making you put in an item and you get out an item. This one you put in an item and some fluid and you get out an item. So yeah, and I swear there's a few in here that you get like liquids as well. Like, oh, we went past it. That one there, you get liquid and you get items and you also have to put in liquid and items, right? So that's how that all works right there. Now, the first thing we're going to try and want to get Canthal. I'm moving ahead a little bit right here, but I think Canthal is like the first thing. Which does need a mixer, by the way, so we're going to have to make a mixer. Also, chromium. Oh, pooey. I forgot about chromium. Oh, dear. Ah, this might be a thing. Maybe we could get it from the ruby slurry there, actually, thinking about it. Interesting. So we've got a load of rubies we could like do stuff with over here, right? No idea. Anyway, yeah, I was getting ahead of myself right there, but that is what we need to do after, because this right here allows you to, like, have a better electric blast furnace. The first electric blast furnace, P0, uses the copper nickel. P1 uses Canthal. And then P2 uses nichromium, or nichrome. RTM alloy HSS-G. Naquadar. Good stuff. And then tritium. Wait. That might have said something different. Anyway. Yeah. There's a bunch of these, basically. We'll probably need to do this at some point. Yeah. Nice. Right. Well, this is the first one we're going to start off with, right? So I would like to build this. But first, obviously, we need to make all the hatches and everything as well. So let me go off and do... you know what? I'm going to do all of this off camera. And then we'll be right back. Because how many stuff do we need right there? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 of those. Flipping heck, that is a lot. I might need... I'm going to put a whole thing of steel in the bender. No. Knew that would happen. Oh, I've got a fix for this. I do have another macerator right here. It turns it into small steel right there. And we can do this. Oh, and that does remind me, whilst we're... Is that the first time we've got steel dust? Interesting. Whilst we're in this vicinity... what was the machine called? Pippin Extruder, you're going to get macerated as well. Because it's useless. Absolutely useless to us right there. Right, I believe. Quest complete. We've done it. Now, the only question is, where the flipping heck do I put this? I might put it over here, if I'm honest, because... I reckon we could snake from over there? Oh, you know what we could do? We could put it on the back of that battery right there. Go over to this. Love it. Love that idea. Right, so... if we stick that there, terminal in it. You've got to use the terminal. I'm so glad that so many of you, like, mentioned this. Oh, don't throw it on the floor. What are you doing? Shift R, right click. There you go. Lovely. Now, we are going to move all of these. Like, why the heck are the energy hatches not right next to each other? Doesn't make sense to me. Also, it made us... Okay, to be fair, it did make us make the correct amount right there. Maintenance hatch, I also am going to put that somewhere else. I quite like putting it up here. Input, output, output. Yeah, right. Tell you what. I'm actually going to just mine all of this up, even though I just said that it was a cool idea to use that. Yeah, I'm going to put these down, but in the way that I want to put them down. Let's just say that. So, place that there. Shift, right click. See, that's how I want it. I want it like that. With other things around the edge. So, yeah. Muffler hatch. We're going to put that right on top. We're going to put the maintenance on top as well. So, we do this. 2. Right here is where we're going to put the maintenance. Oh, it actually points up. Didn't realize it would do that. Okay, wow. There you go. I want it pointing this way. Just aesthetics. It looks nice to me. There you go. Energy we will put at the bottom here, because that's where we want to, like, snake some power over to this. Input doesn't really matter, and output doesn't really matter. But for the sake of argument, let's put the input... I don't know, let's put the input here. Input hatch. LV input hatch, LV input bus. Perfect. And then we've got the output bus and the output hatch. Like that. And then recovers waste from machines. Recovery chance. Okay. I don't really know what this one's used for. Do not obstruct the output. Okay, so we'll leave it there like that. Leave the exhaust exposed, as it were. Good stuff. Right. So as I said, I'm just going to build this like normal because, I don't know, I feel like it needed it right there. So I wanted to put them in the places that I wanted to put them. But there you go. There's the electric blast furnace. Why are you not forming right there? Invalid. Why are you invalid? Ah, I think this exhaust needs to go right on top, doesn't it? Silly sausage. Let's grab some... Okay. No, not the black stuff. Flipping heck. Right, there you go. Yeah, right there I think is where we need to put it. I knew you'd fall in. Fine. There. Jump. And then this one goes down. And then that one goes down. And then finally, pop that one in the corner. And now it's formed. Excellent. Now, it does say that this needs a piece of tape. Insert tape. Tape. So, just regular tape, I'm guessing. Insert tape to prevent problems. Oh, okay. We can't do that just yet then. But we do need, like, a wrench. Oh, click it with an empty hand. Click slot with empty hand when required. Tools are in inventory to solve problems. Okay, so at Greg. Nah. Not going to show it either. Grab a bunch of these out, I guess. What are you... Oh, hammer? Have I not got a hammer? Oh, no, I've got the hammer right there. They're all in my inventory. What am I missing? Screwdriver. No, I've got a screwdriver. Fix issue, soft mallet. Of course it is. Mallet. Wood soft mallet. There we go. Done. Lovely. So this is now fully formed and maintenance is fine. Structure is fully fine. Perfect. Right. I'm going to make some electrum just like that. Thank you. And let's turn those into plates. Whilst we're at it, lead. Wonder, can we use this, the bonker, on lead? Oh, we can. Nice. There we go. It's a bit quicker, wasn't it? So, yeah, we're going to try and make another one of these redstone flux cells. So we do need a redstone block. We've got an absolute ton of redstone now because I've been getting this to do a load of dust whilst we've been, like, in this episode, basically. That one right there. So, let's have a look. This one. I'm going to pop that over here. I did make another 4A. Again, no idea why I'm making 4As. I just am. So, don't ask questions. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, bottom, we're going to do output. Input, let's do top. Yeah. And then we get the new age stuff. I forgot about the advanced energizer. I probably could have used that instead of the Tinker's workbench. If I'm honest, but meh. Let's put that one there. We can use the cable. Just like that. And then we do need to... Is it back, do you think? A little bit of power over here. Which one's that then? Tell you what. Done. There you go. So that's going to output power into this one. You now have power. And you actually have double power because of this, which means this is an MV electric blast furnace right now, which is pretty cool. Once we upgrade this to Canthal, what we can do is have 2 MV ones down here and get HV. Oh, that seems to work, right? Lovely. Right, so now we've got that. Let's have a quick look-see at the quests right here. So I think what it wants us to do... Signalum. Why does it want us to do that? Oh, because you can get MV converters right there. That's pretty decent. 500 FE turns into 128 EU. Interesting. Okay. Well, we've got 1,000 FE coming from our coils right here, right? I can increase this as well if I want to, but there's no need right now. So yeah, we'll probably head towards that at some point, but for now, we're all good. We need to make some aluminium. Is that how we get... Okay, why does it go down here next? Oh, you can make some silicon as well. This one is grayed out, though. Is there another task that I need to do? Gallium arsenide. That one. Oh, okay, I see, because it, like, feeds into this. There's 2 that feed in. So, like, this one here is also fed from this one down here, which is also fed from here. Oh, okay. So we need to make the electric ore factory right there, which will get us some cobalt, apparently. Void extractor controller. This is probably where we need to go, by the way, at some point, because I'm pretty sure with void extraction, you can get rare ore residue, which... when you put in an electrolyzer, gets you some skystone dust. And we need a lot of that, right? And if you put some raw ore slurry in, you get a bunch of stuff that we've never had before. Molten ore mixture. Okay. Metal mixture. Interesting. Ooh, distillation tower. You get a bunch of stuff out of this. That's pretty cool. Quite sure what this is used for. Apparently you can use it as brown dye by the looks of it. That's quite interesting. Oh, you can get a load of stuff out of this. Oh, lovely. Right, sorry. I always go down rabbit holes like that. What we're going to do right here is we're going to get some aluminium. So, aluminium. Let's do dust. Aluminium dust. So this stuff you put in an electric blast furnace and it needs MV. We've got MV. And it takes 44 seconds, which is insane. But to get the aluminium dust to begin with, we need to centrifuge. Is it this one that we need to centrifuge? That's Canthal. Clay. Or is it electrolyze? It's either one or the other. Whenever I'm like, okay, it's not in the electrolyzer, it will be in the centrifuge. In this case, though, it looks like it's clay dust in the electrolyzer. We don't actually have one of these yet. But that gets us some silicon as well. Can we use some silicon, maybe? Can we use this to make stuff? Let's have a look. MV forming press. So we do maybe want to get one of these at some point, because that will get us all of the presses right there. We need to get some of this double star steel plates as well. Sorry, I'm going off book here a little bit. Let's come back to see. This one here is also MV, but you also need Canthal. Got ya. Okay, so we need to get a Canthal coil before we can get to this point. Right, we are going to call it here for today, I think. This is a bit of an abrupt end to the episode right here. I will warn you, the next couple of episodes are going to be from the same recording session. I literally played for an entire day, and I just kept coming in and doing some recording over and over and over. So, yeah, there's a lot for me to edit, basically. I'm going to try and edit it all down. But today, we got the electric blast furnace, and that feels really, really good. We needed the EBF. And I think, well, I know what we're going to do next episode, but I want you guys to sort of guess, maybe. I'm not going to say in the comments, because I said earlier that I didn't like that, but yeah. Anyway, let's call it here for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of this. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.